guys, it's Elizabeth from Elizabeth Books, and I'm here today to do the Goodreads book tag. So let's get started. Number 1 is, what was the last book you marked as read? So I'm here on my Goodreads app, and the last book I marked as read was Between Mom and Joe by Julie Ann Peters. Oh my gosh, that book was so good. I borrowed it from the library, and I love Julie Ann Peters' books. They're all so good. I gave it 5 stars. I recommend her books to everyone. Number 2 is, what are you currently reading? So I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm reading, if I can get to it, I'm reading The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. I'm about 5 chapters in, and I'm just not hooked yet. And I'm also reading A Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire. So the first book in the Game of Thrones and Song of Ice and Fire trilogy, or series, not trilogy. And I love it. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have liked it if I hadn't watched the show. I've seen all 4 seasons right now. But I don't really remember the first season, so reading the book is a refresher, and I love the characters, so I was just oh, I'm not going to get into it, but reading, I was I read about 100, tiny pages, and I haven't got back to that, and that was a week ago, but I'm hoping to read it, but I know it's going to take a month or so to get through it, just because I can read more, smaller books more quickly. But yeah, that's what I'm currently reading. Number 3 is, what is the last book you marked as to be read? So let me check. I don't really use it to say what I want to read. The last one I said I wanted to read was The Eye of Minds, The Mortality Doctrine, number 1 by James Dashner, the author of The Maze Runner. I didn't like The Maze Runner personally. I just didn't think it was a very good book. I kind of want to see the movie, which I know is weird, but I just didn't like the book, so I'm not going to continue with this series. Even though I usually do that, but I just can't do it. I just did not like the first book. But I heard that the Mortality, or the Eye of Mind series, I heard it's really, really good, so I'm gonna give him a second chance and eventually get to that book. Number 4 is, what book do you plan to read next? Well, I don't really know. I have 10 books checked out from the library, and I need to get through those before they're due. And I have about 30 books on my to-be-read shelf, so... And I have 2 books started, so whatever strikes my fancy, I'm just going to pick up and read. I don't really have anything planned, though. Number 5 is, what do you use the star rating system? Yes, I do. I use it I don't ever rate a book a 1, because I always finish a book. I guess if I couldn't finish a book, I would just say it was a 1, but I always power through books. So if I hated the book, I give it a 2 because I read it. And then I go from, if I sort of enjoyed it, it's a 3. If I mostly enjoyed it, it's a 4. If I loved it, it's a 5. Most books I read are 4 and 5s, but I do get a lot of 3s, and so far this year, I've probably read 10 2s, and recently, 3 of them were in a row, so that was really sad. Those 3 books I just did not like, and it just made me so sad because I hate wasting time reading bad books. Number 6 are you doing a 2014 reading challenge? Yes, I am. So eventually I said I wanted to read 50 books this year, but I passed that in about April, I want to say, so I changed it to 100. But I passed that, so now I'm at 150, and I'm at about 135, I think. I'm at book 135, so if I get to 150 before the end of the year, I might change it up a little bit. Because I feel if I meet my goal, right now, I'm just not going to read for 4 months. And I want to keep reading. So I keep increasing my goal to keep me, motivated to beat my goal by the end of the year. Even though I technically already beat it because I only wanted to read 50. So, yay! Number 6 is, do you have a wish list? Not really. Not on, Goodreads. On Amazon, I'll put all the books I want in my cart, and I just put it on the, save later thing. So then I know, and then I have books on my to be read wish list, I guess, on Goodreads. So yeah, it's my wish list, but it's not actually my let's go to my wish list and look. It's just kind of look at all my list of books I want, which I guess is a wish list, but Number 8 is, what book do you plan to buy next? I'm not really sure. I do, like I just mentioned, I have a lot of books I want, but I'm trying not to spend money right now. That's why I went to the library and I borrowed a lot of books, and my friend has a lot of books I can borrow. So I'm going to try not to buy books for a while, since I have so many I need to read and all that. But I don't know, eventually I'll probably buy like the Percy Jackson. I need the final 2 to like these covers. I need the final 2. So I'll have to buy that eventually, and I don't know, there's probably some books coming out that I want to buy instead of borrowing, but right now I'm not trying to buy anything. So number 9 is, do you have any favorite quotes? Would you like to share them? I have so many favorite quotes, and I never like think to look this stuff up before I start these videos. But I don't know. I like Harry Potter quotes. Like, I can't think of anything when I'm like on camera. But I don't know. I just love quotes. You should look at my Tumblr. My Tumblr is like listed below. I always have like cute pictures and quotes and things. And yeah, I like quotes, but like I can't think of anything on the spot, and I really don't want to sit here and like Google. So yeah. Number 10 is, who are your favorite authors? Oh my gosh, I love Sarah Dessen, I love Sophie Kinsella, I love J.K. Rowling, I love, Julianne Peters, like, I don't know, I love a lot of authors. And then I just love a lot of random books that like, I don't really specifically love the author, I just love those books. So yeah, but those are a few of my favorite like authors I love. Then number 11 is, have you joined any groups? No, I haven't joined any groups on Goodreads, but maybe I should look into it, but I just haven't like really looked into that. And number 12 is, are there any questions you'd like to add? I should look at these things before I film. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go with, what was your most hated book this year? Yeah. And mine was Beauty Queens. I'm not sure who it's by, but I can like find a picture. I'll put like an image below. But I borrowed it from my friend, and I heard it was like really, really good, and I just like hated it. I just could not get into it. I didn't like it. It took me forever to like power through it. But yeah, that was one of my like top hated books this year. But yeah, that was everything, guys, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.